Hey guys, nice to have you here. Today we will cover part 2 of the top 3 best heroes for every role. Just to be clear though, we base this list on the primary roles of each hero, not their secondary roles. The results of this list were acquired using official data, gathered opinion from Mythical Glory players, patch notes on the advanced server, and in-game tests as well. In addition to some recommendations on how to play them, their ideal zones or lanes will be provided as well. Before we continue, I would like to thank our sponsor,
Raid Shadow Legends.
They didn't sponsor us.
What? I thought they loved our channel.
That's what I thought as well. Hey, are you recording?
Oh,
Sorry about that guys, apparently I was wrong. I guess this wasn't sponsored after all. Anyway, let's proceed with our first hero on the list. Vale has been in and out of our list ever since MOONTON decided to give him a buff. And if you're still not getting so much success playing as Vale, maybe you are building him incorrectly for your role. Right now, Vale is recognized as a nuker. Instead of choosing the crowd control option for his ultimate, select burst damage instead. What you can use as a crowd control skill is his second skill. Then use his first skill as your poke skill and your ultimate as your main reaper. When building Vale, I suggest burst damage. Be mindful though that this is a very squishy build, so make sure to always adjust your itemization relative to the enemy team's lineup. Ive is still one of the best picks due to her ability to corral enemies. She acts as a good setter and is best played with another setter hero, preferably a tank such as Tyrael. Because of her ultimate, setting heroes up has never been so easy. She can be played as a nuker, support damager, or built with defensive items as a beefy support. As a laner, she can be a headache due to her skills long range and sustained damage. Valentina is one of the newest heroes in the Land of Dawn, and with her ability to copy an enemy hero's ultimate, not having her on the list is a mortal sin. Well, it is a bit tricky for new players to utilize her ultimate properly, but in the right hands, she is a nightmare to go up against. Just imagine a hero that has the potential to counter all heroes. Nightmarish, right? Maybe that's why they made her so hot. You know, just to tone down her nightmarish side a little and give all the young boys premature Ajax. Just look at that goddess. Now before I burst into flames, another amazing ability she has is her passive. Since she gains 30 XP every time she damages a hero, her potential to snowball early is definitely great because of this kit. She is also a good support, mid laner, but personally I think and I strongly suggest playing her as an XP laner. Doing so will further amplify her ability to gain experience fast. As an XP laner, she transitions well as a secondary carry for the team. Florin recently received an adjustment which proved to be very useful. While it's true that her damage was significantly dropped, her passive, which allows her to give an extra item to her ally, was boosted. Her healing abilities was also improved, which makes her even more useful in ensuring that her allies are all well taken cared for. Because of this buff, building her with less magic items and more defensive items is now better than before. This makes her last longer in teamfights, which benefits her teammates well, since she is able to provide more healing. Play her as a support and nothing else. Get her demon boots or demon shoes with the green healing blessing thingy, which will further amplify her healing abilities. Also, that provides sufficient mana regeneration, which she will need in order to become spammy. Fleeting time is her primary item and should never be left out from her build. Earlier we talked about Florin. Now we have Estus. Estus has a very low pick rate on lower ranks but is favored by a lot of higher ranking players. A player that knows the perfect timing to cast his ultimate is capable of carrying an entire team as a support. And as we all know, we don't usually see support carries, and Estes is one of those rare breeds. His build is pretty straightforward. Focus on maxing out your cooldown reduction. That's it. Due to Estes' high healing rate, 2 to 3 defensive items are enough. Don't forget to select the green blessing thingy for a juicier and even tastier healing ability. In more advanced strategies, the Florin and Estes combo is also a thing. Can you imagine how frightening their undying teammates are? They will generate so much healing effect as a couple, life drain items will barely have any effect. Be warned though, this is a high risk, high reward strategy since you will end up with 2 heroes that barely deals any damage. This means the 3 non-support heroes you have should be on top of their game in terms of kills and objectives. Also, this strategy is very difficult to pull off in solo queue. You've been blessed and warned. Faramis. Wait, wrong script. What I meant to say was Matilda. Sorry, Faramis. Not yet. Like I always told you guys, Matilda's ability to ambush enemies with her ultimate is an amazing kit. I don't really have to further elaborate that for you. She makes it easier for her allies to chase down enemies, lock onto them, and secure a kill or two. Whether you build her with burst damage or defensively is up to you. Personally, I prefer the beefier build. I love having Thunderbelt on her due to its unique passive that works well with her low cooldown abilities. Yusun Shin is back in business, especially since the upcoming map changes is about to happen sometime in December. YSS himself became more competitive after gaining the ability to fully maximize War Axe. Now, his ultimate will be even more useful since the turtle is getting a rework wherein instead of only giving one hero a buff, it will provide a buff for the entire team. While the buff distributed to the other members will not be as good as the turtle's killer, still, in a competitive scenario, that is a huge advantage. This means the turtle's value will be far greater on the next patch than it is now. This also means global skills such as Yusun Shin's ultimate will serve a greater purpose, and that is to disrupt or set a major objective invasion. Hayabusa is still going to be one of the best assassins around. Well, it's true that it's not so easy playing as him, but once mastered, he can be very annoying to deal with. Whether played as a jungler, a side laner, or a mid laner, Hayabusa is definitely formidable. Plus, his escape mechanic is something players on the higher bracket love. Because of his mobility and ability to escape if needed, he is one of the go-to guys when it comes to stealing objectives. And with the upcoming map changes, he is going to be even more useful, which is why despite being competitive on any lane, I still recommend playing him with Retribution as a go-to jungler. Amon is still projected to be on the top of the food chain as one of the best assassins. Actually, not just one of the best assassins, but one of the best heroes overall. Same as Hayabusa, Amon is a multi-lane hero. The difference is, he has amazing HP sustain. You can play him as a one-shot hero, and even if he only has 3 damage items, his ability to rip in an instant is still superb. Also, contrary to what some people think, he's not really that difficult to play with. His mechanics are complex yet easy to get by, and once you practice him in maybe 1 or 3 games, as long as you read his skills properly, your gaming mechanics will be enough to get yourself a bunch of stars and points. Well, that is if you can pick him, since the chances of him becoming a priority in the banning section will be incredibly high, same as what his ban rate is now. That concludes our Mobile Legends hero list for today. What do you think? Would you like to add or remove a hero from this list? Let us know in the comment section below, and if you haven't yet, don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe. Stay safe everyone. Peace.